Episode 2 starts with a past scene of Luffy, who is practicing his gum-gum pistol in Windmill Village. Makino, the bar owner, cautions him that people might start to fear him now that he's different, and warns him that devil fruit powers don't come without a price, each coming with the deal with the devil consequence. Despite his enthusiasm, Luffy is thrown for a bit of a loop when Shanks, his ideal pirate, departs to search for One Piece and tells Luffy that he and his crew won't be returning. In the present day, Nami is still trying to crack the safe containing the map to the Grand Line, while Luffy pesters her to the point where she tries to throw his signature straw hat overboard, finally producing a crack in Luffy's perpetual sunshine optimism. The chit-chat grates on Zoro, who is trying to take a nap. Finally, Nami managed to open the safe and bring out the Grand Line map. Then Nami explains to Luffy that the sea is divided into 4 different quadrants: East Blue, North Blue, West, and South. The thin strip of land that circles the globe is called the Red Line. However, the band across the middle is called the Grand Line, and Gold Roger hid the One Piece somewhere along it. Then, all of a sudden, a bright red smoke bomb hit the deck of the ship, knocking them all unconscious. Thankfully, Luffy manages to swallow the map before they all pass out together. When the box opens, the trio finds themselves right in the heart of a circus surrounded by a terrified, tearful audience. Here we meet Pirate Buggy, who also wants the map to bring out the One Piece treasure, because he also wants to be the Pirate King. Before things escalate, Nami decides to show off Luffy's abilities, throwing his hat in the air and letting Luffy reach for it. In the meantime, she manages to escape. Unfortunately, her attempt to escape doesn't last long, and she's almost immediately dragged back. Back in Shell's town, Koby and Helmeppo have been recruited into service and are present for the arrival of Vice Admiral Garp and his right-hand man Bogard. Now Luffy is stretched out by Buggy in front of the chained crowd in attendance and tortured over where the map is. And Zoro and Nami are both kept in the back room, with Zoro tied to a pinwheel and Nami in a cage. Buggy decides to torture a kid afterward. It's one step too far for Luffy, who busts out of his restraints and confronts Buggy, using his abilities to knock his head clean off. However, it turns out Buggy has eaten a devil fruit too, the chop-chop fruit. This allows him to take off and replace his limbs at will, using them as dangerous weapons. He's definitely more formidable than Captain Morgan, and he quickly knocks out Luffy. When he awakens, he finds himself in a glass tank filled with seawater. Of course, seawater means Luffy's powers are rendered useless, so there's no way of stretching out of there. Meanwhile, Koby starts his marine training, but notices a much more formidable man standing beside Morgan, that being the Vice Admiral, of course. He wants the pirates apprehended and is happy with Koby's progress, deciding to take him under his wing and train him up. Garp is not sure where Koby's loyalties lie, though, pointing out that his story doesn't fully add up. He was seen with Luffy at the local tavern, and unfortunately, he's forced to reveal all. Koby mentions Alvida and how he was saved by Luffy. He didn't tell anyone about this because he didn't want his dream of being a Marine to disappear and be taken away. Garp believes his story, especially when Koby says he owes no allegiances to Luffy, and he's allowed to hunt the pirate down while Morgan is taken care of. Back with Buggy and our crew, the tank continues to fill, but in the process, Nami and Zoro bust out of their cages, defeating the clown goons and heading into the main circus area. Buggy shows off his powers to them after Luffy gets out of his tank, moving his different limbs around to take them out. In order to stop Buggy, Luffy teams up with Nami to trap each of his limbs down into different crates. All that's left is his head, hands, and feet. Luffy uses his gum-gum bazooka to take out Buggy and hands the map, which he earlier spat out, to Nami. Luffy also frees all the townsfolk from their chains, pointing out that he's a different kind of pirate from the ones they're used to. After bidding the townsfolk goodbye, our crew heads back on the high seas again, bound for the Grand Line. As the episode closes, Nami heads into the back in secret and puts a strange conch in her ear. She communicates with an unknown person, revealing that she has the map. I hope you enjoyed our content. Thanks for watching.